Namaste everyone. So in the last class we have studied the index number, the theory of index number and some of the weighted and unweighted index numbers. And last class we have done problem of unweighted aggregative, that is simple aggregative index number. I will do another problem, that is by taking 2 years. 2 years means 2002 and 2003. By taking both also. Here written that question, calculate price index number using unweighted aggregative method. Unweighted aggregative method for the year 2002 and 2003. 2002 and 2003. I will take 2002 as P1 and 2003 is P2. I will take like this way. And 2001. You have to calculate both year for the 2001. That means I will take this one as the base. Base means that is 0. P0. This is the base. P0. Simple aggregative method or unweighted aggregative method. Our formula is summation P01. I am taking P01 because see this is the first one. Here P01 first one. That equal to summation P1 by summation P0. Price divided by, price means current year. Current divided by base. Current divided by base into 100. We have to find out this formula. To calculate this one, what we need? Total value of current year price and total value of base year price. Here we will calculate, we will add these three values, that is summation P1 here, this is summation P0. So while you are adding our answer, the answer of these problems, that is this one is 43 and this one 68 and this one summation P2, that equal to 79. That answer is 79. Now we are calculating this one P01, that equals summation P1 by P0 into 100. The value of this one, that is 68. 68 divided by 43 into 100. Answer 158.14. Now we have calculated which one? Unweighted aggregative of 2002. 2002 is completed. Now calculate 2003. Again here price index number, that is price index number of which one? 2003. I will take this one as 2. Another one, that equal to summation P2. Instead of P1 I am writing P2 divided by summation P0 into 100, that equal to, the total value of this one is 79 divided by 43, that is P0, base year price, into 100. Now your answer, that is 183.72. 183.72. So I will rub this one. I will write which one we have calculated, that is unweighted aggregative price, aggregative price index for 2002, for 2002 over 2001, that is 158.14. Next this one is unweighted aggregative price index for 2003 over 2001, that is P02 equal to P2, here P0, this one P0 into 100, that equal to 183.72. This one we have completed. Okay, here we are by taking 2 year values, 2002 and 2003. 2002 is 158.14 and 2003 is 183.72. Base is the same for both year. 2001 is the base for both year. Now we have completed this one, unweighted aggregative method. Now next one, see here I am written another problem. Here See, that is the simple aggregative methods. Another one is there, average of relative. We have studied in the last class. That is average of price relative. Index number, price relative. Here I am told two methods. That is, one is arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Another one, geometric mean. Arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Arithmetic mean formula, that is P01, that equal to summation P divided by N. Summation P, what is here P value? P value or the formula of capital P, that equal to price relative. Price relative formula P1 divided by P0 into 100. We have to calculate this one for price relative, P1 divided by P0. Always we have to take a current year in the numerator and base year in the denominator, that is into 100. Small n, n is the number of items. How many items are there? That one we have to write. Here geometric mean, here also. Here we have to calculate a log, and also we have to see anti-log of that one. Anti-log of summation log capital P divided by small n. What is the capital P? Again this one is the price relative formula, P1 by P0 into 100. First we have to see the value of price relative, that is the log value. Log value, add all these values and write down this one, divide by n. N is the number of items. The answer of this one. Next we have to see anti-log. Next we have to see the anti-log. See, this is the formula of average of price relative by taking arithmetic mean, one of the formula. Another formula is by taking geometric mean. So I am written one problem, that is finding arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Here finding arithmetic mean and geometric mean, this one. Item is given, prices in 2010 and prices in 2012. First we will write which one is the base and which one is the current year. 2010 and 2012. See, 2010 is the base, therefore I am taking 0. Price, therefore P0. P0. Here price, I am writing P. 2012, when compared to this one, that is the current year, therefore I am writing 1. Now we have got P0 and P1. Afterwards what we have to find out? P1 by P0 for arithmetic mean, and for geometric mean we have to find log of P. Here price relative, capital P equal to P1 divided by P0 into 100. This is for calculation of arithmetic mean. Here 29 by 26 into 100, our answer that is 111.54. 111.54. Next 40 divided by 42 into 100, our answer 95.238. And here 120, here 100. 16 divided by 16 into 100, that is 100. 60 divided by 50 into 100, our answer again that is 120. The total value of price relative 546.778. This is our answer, 546.778. Now we will calculate arithmetic mean of this problem. Arithmetic mean. P01, that equal to, here total value of P divided by N. N is the number of items. Total value of P is 546.778 divided by N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of items, that is N. Our answer 109.3556. You can take 36 also. 556. It is a 36 answer. This is the answer of arithmetic mean. Next again We have to find a geometric mean also. So I have not written question, but here you have to find out the arithmetic mean and geometric mean both also. Now to calculate geometric mean, we need a log of price relative. Log of price relative, that is log P. 111.54, log of 111.54, that answer is 2 point, here 111, 3 digits, 3 minus 1, 2. I am writing here characteristic part is 2 point mantissa. Mantissa you have to see in the log table, 11, in that 1, again 5. You have to see like that way. Our answer 0472. You have to see log table in that 11 like this way. 11 and here 1 in the column. Next here mean difference, there 5. The answer of this one and the answer of this one, you have to add both these values. That time you will get that 0472. Answer 0472. Next 95.238. Here 95, there are 2 digit, 2 minus 1, 1 point. And here 2 digit is there, before point 2 digit, 2 minus 1, 1. I am writing 1 point. Next, to write the mantissa, we have to see log table. 95 in that second column, that is where we are written 2, that column. Next 38 is there, so I am taking the value of 4. That answer 9790. Again here 120, again 3 values. 3 minus 1, that is 2.0792. In the 12, we have to see 0. Column is 0. Our answer 0792. That is the mantissa part. Next, for 100, here 2. So always 10 in that 0. 0 values. 3 minus 1, that is 2 point, value becomes 0 0 0. 120 here, again 2. 3 minus 1, 2.12. In that we have to see 0. Already we have seen that in the log table, that is 0792 answer. 92. The answer of log of P, total value of log of P, our answer, that is 10.1846. This is our answer. Add all these value, 10.1846. Now geometric mean. P01 of geometric mean. Here anti-log of total value of log P, this answer, divide by small n, that equal to again anti-log of 10.1846 divide by n, that is 5. Anti-log of, divide these two, 10.1846 divided by 5, your answer becomes 2.03692. Now see the anti-log table. In the anti-log table, you are seeing the anti-log table. So observe that all the values given that point. Therefore, see from here 0.03. In that in the column you have to see the 6, value 6, under that what is the number given, and here 92 is given, therefore mean difference is 9. In the column 9, in that what is the value given, you have to see that one. So answer, that is 1088. We got answer 1088. So 0.03 in that column 6, and again mean difference is that 9. You have to see the value. That time we got 1088. Now here value is given 2. Value is given 2. You have to add plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Therefore you have to see digit 1, 2, 3. After 3 digit put point. Your answer is 108.9. 8. This is the answer of a geometric mean. This is the arithmetic mean value 109.36 and this one is the geometric mean value, answer 108.8. Observe these two values. Arithmetic mean is a greater value and geometric mean is a lesser value. So this is always we will get like this way. Arithmetic mean is always greater value because we are calculating directly and it is easiest method. Which one? Arithmetic mean. Next, geometric mean is the best ratios for calculation of averages. Therefore, we are getting always this is a less value, that is 108.8. So, index number uses arithmetic mean. Here, arithmetic index number, which one is using by the arithmetic mean, that is would be higher. Would be higher than the index number using geometric mean. Index number using geometric mean. So when compared to the geometric mean, arithmetic mean is always higher. This one arithmetic mean is higher, geometric mean is less value. Here we have completed which one? Unweighted index number. Next we will go for weighted index number. So in the last class we have told what is weighted index number. Weighted index number, in the unweighted we are giving equal importance, but in the weighted index number we are not giving equal importance for the various items. Relative importance, we are giving only relative importance, means which one is the most useful. Which one is the most useful, that item only is used for the calculation. That is the weighted index number. Weighted index number. Again, here also I am given in the last class two types. One is weighted aggregative. Weighted aggregative method or index number. Weighted aggregative index number. Another one is the average of relatives. Weighted average of relatives. Now we will study this one aggregative method. For the weighted aggregative method, here quantity weights. See the price index number, we are giving a quantity weight for all the items. We are giving quantity weight. That means for the weighted aggregated index number, for the calculation of this one, price index number, we are weightage is given to quantity. Weightage is given to quantity for all the items. That is assigned for all the items for the calculation of this one, weighted price index number. Quantity weightage is given. We will start weighted index number. See first one. First one is the lax series. Sometimes they are not giving price, just lax series index number. Lax series index number means that is always price. If the quantity index number means they are giving like that only. For quantity, you have to calculate quantity index number. But here lax series price index number. First I will explain about only price index number. In the price index number, quantity is taken as a weightage. First one is the last period's price index number. The last period's price index number. The formula was given by the French that is economist, that is in the 1871. Here given. Here we are taking a weightage as a, that means base year weightage. Base year quantity, that is taken as a weight. Weightage is given for always base year quantity. Note this one, base year quantity. Therefore, I will write like this way. P01 of last period. So this is always same. Price. Here also price. That is 1 and 0 here. P1 by P0. Total value of P1 by total value of P0. Here base year quantity I have written. Base year quantity. Therefore, we will take as 0, 0, 0, 0 base year and quantity, that is 0, 0. That does not change. In the last series, we have to take a base year quantity into 100. This is the formula of last series price index number. Next, second one, fast cheese price index number. This formula was given by German statistician, that is in the 1874. Okay. Fast cheese price index number. Current year quantity. Since first all I am told that in the price index number quantity is taken as weightage. Here base year I have taken, only base year quantity is taken here, and your current year quantity is taken in the past is the price index number. I taken as weights. P01 of past is again your total value of this does not change. P1 by P0, that is always same. P1 by P0. Now current year quantity. Therefore I will write Q1 into 100. P1 Q1 divided by P0 Q1. This is the formula of past cheese price index number. Next, Marshall Edgeworth. Marshall Edgeworth price index number. Marshall Edgeworth price index number. Here, both base year and current year quantity are taken as weights. Both they are taken as weights. So this is the average of base year and current year quantity. We are taking both also base year and current year quantity. That is average of base year and current year quantity. Now P01 of Marshall Edgeworth, that equal to, so actually writing there is a half of here the base year and current year quantities. Write like this way. Here P Q0 plus Q1 divided by 2 into P1 divided by here Q0 plus Q1 divided by 2 divided by P0. So actually like this way we are going to write, but we are using for the calculation, that is P01 of Marshall Edgeworth, that equal to P total value of P1 Q0 plus total value of P1 Q1 divided by total value of 0. Here 1 I have written, next is 0 quantity. Here also Q0 plus P1 here Q1, P0, here Q1. This one into 100. This is the formula of a Marshall-Edgeworth index number. Observe here, P1 into Q0, P0 into Q0. This is the last series formula. And here observe P1 and P0, Q1, here also Q1. This is the past cheese. To remember, you can write like this way. Last series, here past cheese, here also past cheese. That is a Q1. Next, this is a Marshall-Edgeworth index number. Next, Dorbish. That is the fourth one. Dorbish price index number. Dorbish price index number. So in the Dorbish price index number, we are taking the arithmetic mean of last series and past cheese. Last series and past cheese. Past cheese price index number. Price index number. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is a formula that is A plus B divided by 2. Like this. Here A means that is the last series. B means I will take the past cheese divided by 2. This is the formula. P01 of Dorbish Bowle that equal to P01 of last series plus P01 of past cheese divided by 2. This is the formula. Or otherwise, here I am not writing into 100 because already here multiplied by 100. That is the answer of last series and past cheese. Or we can write the formula like this way also. That is total value of last series. Last series means here P0, Q0, P0 not P1, P0, Q0. 1 0 here 0 0 plus total value of here P1. I will write like this way maybe not Q1 and Q1. Here half into 100 into 100. This is another formula. So note in the Marshall-Edgeworth and Dorbish Bowle, here whole divide by, therefore you have to add first these two in the numerator and next add these two values in the denominator. Afterwards divide. That is the method. Next in the Dorbish Bowle, here first you have to write the last series value, divide this one, next again divide this one past cheese. Afterwards add these two values. Like this. Note Marshall-Edgeworth and Dorbish value. This is different. Next, fifth one. Fisher's price index number. Fisher's price index number. So this is the geometric mean. Geometric mean of last series and past cheese. Last series and past cheese price index number. So geometric mean formula A square root of A into B. Here P01 of Fisher's square root of last series, P01 of last series and P01 of past cheese. This is very important for the calculation of which one index number. We are taking Fisher's index number. This is more in use. P01 of last series into P01 of past cheese. Or otherwise, we are not written into 100 because already calculated here only. Then multiplication of 100, that means expressed as a percentage. Next, or another formula, that is total value of P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0 into total value of P1 Q1 divided by P0 Q1 square root of this one into 100. Take outside. Into 100 is take outside. Like this. Into 100. This is the formula of a Fisher's price index number. See, Fisher's price index number. This is I told that this is very important. It is also called as ideal index number. See, why? Because I have written there 4 points. Here 4 points I have written. Why Fisher's index number is also called as ideal index number. Ideal index number. So first one, it is based on geometric mean. For the calculation of Fisher's index number, we are using geometric mean. Therefore, based on geometric mean, and geometric mean is the appropriate average for averaging ratios. Therefore, it is very useful for the calculation of index number. Next, second one, it takes into account both current year and base year quantities. Current year and also base year we are using here. In the last series and past is only one of the quantities as taken as base, but here we are using both also, current year and base year quantities. And third one, it satisfies both tan reversal test and factor reversal test. Now I am giving only this much, tan reversal and factor reversal test. We will explain and we will solve the problem for tan reversal test and by taking factor reversal test in the next class. Next, fourth one, it is free of bias. Here only given that it is free of bias. Because why it is free of bias means we are taking both, that is the current year and base year quantities. So, okay, the explanation is given in the next. Fisher's index number. So afterwards another index number is that is Kelly's price index number or fixed base weighted index number. See, Kelly's index number was that formula is given by the Truman Kelly. Here quantity is fixed. Not base year also taken and not the current year also taken. Kelly's price index number. P01 for Kelly's that equal to total by this does not change P1 by P0. Quantity, there is no base and no current, that is fixed, that is keep as it is, into 100. This is the formula of Kelly's price index number. This is the sixth one. Now we have written that all the formulas of last series, past series, Marshall-Edgeworth index number and Darvish-Powell index number, Fisher's price index number, and last one is the Kelly's index number. See, Kelly's index number. See, the Kelly's index number, this was not taken as base and was not taken as current year. Therefore, in the problem, this does not give in this problem. It is always given separate from this type of problems. Why? Because here we are taking base and current year values. Therefore, here Kelly's index number does not come. Okay. Now we will solve one of the problem. Compute last case, past case, Marshall-Edgeworth, Darvish-Powell and Fisher's index number. Here given that all that five formulas are given, but this one is not given. Kelly's price index number is not given because fixed base we cannot calculate. So it was not given. Now we will calculate this one. Problem is given. To calculate this problem, we have to find out so which one is the base and which one is the current year, and which one is the price and which one is the quantity. Here 2004 and 2008 is given. Which one is the base? So this one is the base. Therefore this is 0 and this is 1. Here price is given. Price with base. Therefore this is P0. Quantity with base, that is Q0. Here price with the current year. Therefore this is P1. Here quantity current year. Therefore this is Q1. This is Q1. For the calculation of all these formulas, we have to multiply P0 Q0, P0 Q0, P1 Q1, P0 Q1 and P1 Q0. Multiply this to P0 Q0 means here I have written P0 and here Q0 I have written. Multiply these two. 10 into 60, that is 600. 10 into 60, that is 600 value. Then 4 into 100, that is 400. 7 into 5, 350. Again here 6 into 60, 360. The total value is 360. Add all these values. Add all these values. Your answer is 1710. This is the total of P0 Q0. Total of P0 Q0. Next, P1 Q1. This is P1 and this is Q1. Multiply these two. 12 into 60, 720. Next, 15 into 90, 450. Multiply these two. 6 into 80, that is 480. 6 into 40, our answer 240. Total value of this one, that is 1890. This is the total value of P1 Q1. Next, P0 Q1. P0 here, Q1, this one. 10 into 60, 600. 4 into 90, that is 360. Next to 400. 5 into 8, then 6 into 40, that is 240. Our answer 1600. This is the total value of P0 Q1. Next, P1 Q0. P1 and Q0, multiply these two. 60 into 12, that is 720. Again 15 into, that 100 into 15 or 15 into 100, 500. So like this one only. Next, 70 into 6. 70 into 6, that is value this one. Next, 360. Next, 2000. This is the total value of P1 Q0. Now we have multiply all these values with price and quantity and base and current year. Now we will calculate Laspeyres, Pastis, Marshall Edward, Dornish, Cole and Fishers. These are index number. Laspeyres price index number. See Laspeyres, this is the Laspeyres price index number. P1 Q0, P0 Q0 into 100. So in the problem, we have to write the values. What the values we got, that values we have to write here. P1 Q0, that we got answer 2000. Answer 2000. Divide by 1710 into 100. Our answer 116.9591. This is our answer. 116.9591. Next, past cheese. Past cheese price index number. Here. The formula is written here. P1 Q1, P0 Q1 into 100. The value of P1 Q0, we got answer in our table. That is 1890 divided by 1600 into 100. Here we got answer 118. 118.125. This is our answer. Next, Marshall Edgeworth price index number. Marshall Edgeworth price index number. So this is the value that I am written here. P1 Q0. P1 Q0. Our value that is 2000 plus P1 Q1. Our answer 1890 divided by total value of P0 Q0 1710 plus 1600. The value of P0 Q1 into 100. First divide these two values. Let's first add these two values. Our answer that is 3890 divided by add these two values 3310 into 100. Next divide this one 1.11. We will get 1.11 multiply with 100 total. That is the final answer is 117.5227. This is our final answer. Now we have completed the Marshall Edgeworth. Next we will go for Darvish-Bowley price index number. Darvish-Bowley. See, already calculated last series and past cheese. Last series and past cheese we have already calculated. Therefore we will use this one. That is arithmetic mean. Darvish-Bowley how we have calculated by arithmetic mean of last series and past cheese. Or otherwise you can use another formula also. But here we have already calculated this one. Therefore I will use these two values. Fourth one, that is Darvish-Bowley. Darvish-Bowley price index number. Price index number. P01 of Darvish-Bowley that equal to P01 of last series plus P01 of past cheese divided by 2. Arithmetic mean of last series and past cheese. We got answer last series that is 116.9591 or you can write 96 also plus 118.125 divided by 2. Our answer 117.54. 117.54. This is our answer. That is the Darvish-Bowley price index number. Last one, Fisher's index number. That is left. I will calculate by using geometric mean index number. Here, Fisher's price index number. P01 of Fisher's that equal to geometric mean of last series and past cheese. Last series and past cheese. The value of last series that is 116.9591 multiply with the past cheese value 118.125. Square root of 1.381. 1.381 we will get, or I will write the direct answer that is 117.55. The answer is 117.55. This is our answer. We have completed all that 5 formulas also. Last series, past cheese, Marshall Edgeworth, Darvish-Bowley and Fisher's. Observe the values. What we got that 116, 118, 117 again here also 117. See, all also nearest values. All also here nearest values. So we can use any values. So I am told in the limitation there are so many formulas. Which formulas we have to use? That is the limitation of this one. Here the best is the Fisher index number. Best is the Fisher index number. See, all also gives that does not give different answer. But when the base and current year, there is a more or less values. That time the answer becomes different because weightage is given for which one? Last 3 is in the base year. In the past is weightage is given for the current year quantity, and here we are giving all the same means both also base year and current year values. Therefore here we are getting same answer. Same answer means nearly equal to same answer. Next problem we will continue in the next class. Thank you.